Moving on to another example. It says a reaction was done with 36.8 grams of C6H6 and 41.0 grams of oxygen gas. Now, first thing we have to do when we're looking at this reaction is we have to write down the correct balanced chemical equation. And we've done that below. We have 2 moles of C6H12 plus 15 moles of oxygen produces 12 moles of carbon dioxide and 6 moles of water. Now, we'll make sure we write this down because we're going to need this equation as we move through our problems. Now, step number 1, we have to find out what is the limiting reactant. To do that, our first step is we have to find the number of moles of each. So this is step 1. So what we do is we have 36.8 grams of C6H6 and we multiply it by its molar mass ratio, and we know that 1 mole of C6H6 equals the mass of C6H6. So we have 6 carbons, which weigh 12 apiece, and we have 6 hydrogens, which weigh 1 apiece. So we'll multiply the top, 36.8, divided by its molar mass, and we'll get 0.471 moles of C6H6. We'll do the same thing to the oxygen, 41.0 grams of O2 divided by its molar mass, which we have 2 oxygens, which weigh 16, and we get a mole of 1.28 moles of oxygen gas. Now, we can choose either one now that we found our moles, and we can convert it one of them to the other. So we'll take moles of C6H6, take that moles, use our mole ratio. We got this from the chemical equation, and we know that 2 moles of C6H6 equals 15 moles of O2. Multiply 0.471 times 15, all divided by 2, and in the reaction we would need 3.53 moles of oxygen. Now, that's not how many we actually have. We only have 1.28. So this number is much larger. So that means that oxygen is going to be the limiting reactant and C6H6 is going to be the excess reactant. Because in this calculation, we need a lot more O2 than what we actually have. So we're going to use all of this and we would still need more. So this is going to limit our reaction. We need to find out the amount of the excess reactant left over. To do that, first we have to find the moles of the excess reactant used. So what we do is we take the moles of O2, which that's our limiting reactant, and we figure out how much of C6H6 is used. Well, to do that, we use our molar ratio. We have 15 moles of O2 to every 2 moles of C6H6. We multiply 1.28 times 2, all divided by 16, and we're only using 0.171 moles of C6H6. Then we subtract it from how many moles we actually have. So what we actually have is 0.471. We used 0.171. Subtract that, and we have 0.300 moles left over.